Okay, so today, since it's cozier, I don't have to lecture, we can talk. Even though I prefer lecturing, but talking is also okay. So, I would say Shalom, Erev Tov, Erev evening, Erev Tov. Remember how you say good night? Laila Tov. Mitzuyan. And then I ask, Ma Shlomchem? How are you doing? Ma Shlomchem? Tov? Lo Tov? Not good, good, not good. And then I want to ask, what day is it today? So day is Yom, Y-O-M. I'm not using the Hebrew letters because we still don't know all of them. So I can ask, what Yom, Eize Yom Hayom? What day is it today? And for next time, please learn the days of the week, okay? Why? Because they're also biblical. Unlike the months that we use in Hebrew today, they're not biblical. In the Bible, we don't have the names that we use today in Hebrew. We have the names of in the Bible for months would be the first month, the second month, right? But the days, yes, okay? Yom Rishon, you don't have to remember it now, but I'm just sharing. Yom Rishon, Sunday. Yom Sheni. Yom Shlishi, Tuesday. Yom Revi'i. And they all derive from the numbers. So please also learn the numbers from 1 to 10. And you'll see how they have to do with each other. Shtayim is 2, and Sheni is the second. Shalosh is 3, Shlishi is the third. So Yom Shlishi, the third day. Arba, Revi'i, Chamesh, Chamishi, Shesh, Shishi. Shesh is 6. And Sheva, the last day is Shabbat. You all know the word Shabbat, right? So also in Israel, we say Shabbat. We don't say the seventh day, we say Shabbat. Okay? Rishon, Sheni, Shlishi, Revi'i, Chamishi, Shishi, Shabbat. As Eize Yom Hayom? Hayom, Yom Chamishi. The fifth day, Chamesh. You know the Chamsa? You know the Chamsa, the hand? What is Chamsa? It's in Arabic, Chamsa, Chamesh. In Hebrew, Chamesh. In Arabic, Chamsa. The S and the Sh, okay? They many times in Hebrew and Arabic you can find the same word, Chamsa, Chamesh. Chamesh, Chamishi. So today, you think of Chamsa, Chamesh, Chamishi. Today we're in the fifth day of the week, Yom Chamishi. So for next week, you'll learn the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the 10, to count to 1 to 10, and the 7 days of the week. So today we have again 5 people who cannot make it at least, and a few people who are late. So hello, welcome. We have kids playing, so you'll hear some the kids joining us. I hope that's okay with everybody. And the first part, like we always do, we're going to rehearse what we've done, Nikud, and the letters we learned up to now. Then we'll have a short test for you to assess, and then we'll learn the next following 5 letters, meaning next week we complete the Alef-Bet. It doesn't mean that next week you can read the Bible, but hopefully you can recognize the 22 letters by next week, and then we have enough time. Okay, we still have a half of the course to go to practice. So please, if everything is mixed up, it's okay. We're practicing. Even if you hear, right, you say Alef, Bet, Gimel, you don't remember, it's okay. You just gotta, it has to be familiar, right? When you meet someone in the street, it's a familiar face, you're not quite sure who it is. It happens to me a lot. I don't know if it happens to you. I always meet, not here, but in Israel, I meet people, Mordy, I don't know who they are, but sometimes they seem familiar, and sometimes, right, we talk a bit and then the memory comes back. So I want to start with the nikud and have a short reminder. Okay, so I'm showing the board here of nikud, and again, you don't have to remember the names of each nikud. Instead of vowels, we have these symbols under the letters. The letters here are just a square to present the letter. And we have for a, patach, kamatz. Okay, so the line with the small addition in the middle. So every time you see that, it's the opening, okay, the lines. And then we have e. Every time we see this, we know it's, or the two letters smiling from ear to ear, right? E, 2 dots from side to side, or 3 dots is e. And E, that's the easiest, okay? That's just 1 dot under the letter, E, okay? And O, we learned all of this, I'm just repeating. O, so it's the dot, or above the Vav, the letter Vav, we learned already. O, Tov, right? We said Tov, Tov, so in the middle of the word Tov, there's gonna be a Vav with a dot on top for O. And then we have U for shuruk or kubutz. The 3 dots are like falling, oops, right? Falling, like falling marbles, oops. Or someone that swallowed, the vav is swallowing the dot, oops, right? So it's an oops, and then you know it's a u, or if there's no vowel, is for shva, standing still, okay? And now let's have a short test to see if we all remember, okay? So please help me out. What is this? Right, so this is patach, but it does right? So just tell me, okay, what about this? Ooh, okay. What about this one? On top, the dots, and sorry, yeah, this is the 2 dots. Right? And this segol, we have our another participants. Shalom. Welcome. Shalom lachem. Bruchim habaim. Bevakasha, please, bitte. You can join us. Andrew, later we want a concert. We request.
But how the lesson is.
Hebrew music, yeah. Okay.
No, it's all right.
So,
thank you so much.
Now we're practicing. You're here just on time for practicing the nikud.
Okay, we'll practice.
Right? So we see.
Let's go.
Yeah, and if you need some water or something, please help yourself.
Thank you.
So we have this. We said is this A, exactly A, and this one over here, good, E, and this one, A, kamatz, chirik, segol, patach, shva. What about this one? Ooh, right, the marbles are full. Oops, kubutz. And this is, oops, here, that's a real oops. And here we have O, cholam, O, and this is A, right? A, tzere, and same one. So here I was supposed to put a yud, right? But they're the same, right? Chirik or chirik with a yud that follows it to help us read it better. Okay, sometimes we just add the yud. Many times in Hebrew, when you write without nikud, you want to put the yud, you want to put the vav to help you understand this is a e or a o or a u. Okay, metzuyan. So we went over the nikud. Okay, ve'achshav. Now I want to teach something new. Okay, are you up to something new? And this is what I promised last time. The letters Aleph, Hey, Vav, and Yud. You know these letters. Aleph, Hey, Vav, Yud. And we call it in Hebrew grammar. Again, we're not going to do grammar, but sometimes we need to do grammar. Only when it's necessary. After we finish all of the Alef-Bet, we might add some more grammar. But for now, this is Ehevi. Ehevi, we call these 4 letters that always come as a vowel in the end of the word. So if the end of the word ends with a, we will find in the end of the word every word. And please, after today, open the Bible and try to find the letters Aleph, Hey, Vav, and Yud in end of words. Even if you cannot read the word, you don't understand, you won't know today all of the letters. You will know almost all of the letters. But you find those words that conclude with Aleph, Hey, Vav, and Yud. And then you know that they resemble a vowel. Many times, let's say the word Abba, okay? I'm a Abba, ani Abba, father, right? So, Abba, Ori Vedani, Besheket, okay? Sheket is to be more quiet, more silent, okay? Besheket. Abba, so we have Abba, Aleph, Bet, A, and then we add the Aleph. Abba, so there's another Aleph in the end. And then we have words that finish with the word Hey. Okay? Let's say love. Ahava. So when you write it, you write Aleph, A, Ha, Hey, Va, Vet, and then that's it. No, but you add the Hey in the end. Okay? Ehevi. If it ends with the A, you add or a Aleph or a Hey. How do you know? Most of the times it's a Hey, sometimes it's a Aleph. You practice. Okay? That's my answer for now. Okay? There's more complicated answers. But for now, you just have to know how to read the Bible. And when it finishes with a let's say when Jacob, or his real name Yaakov, when he leaves, where does he leave? Vayetze Yaakov. Yaakov leaves. Uyotze. Vayetze. So we have Vayetze. And the letter Tze, Tzadik, how does it sound to us? And then we add the Aleph. So the word Vayetze Yaakov, and Yaakov left. He went. Right? When he was going on his journey, Vayetze Yaakov, Vayelech Harana. He goes to Haran. Haran, is that a word? In English you say Haran? So we say Haran. Vayetze Yaakov. Vayelech Harana. Vayetze, we have an Aleph there. Sometimes we have a Hey. Aleph, Hey for A and for A. What about O? We have a Vav in the end. Okay? And then we have U. Okay? And then we can have or a Vav or an Aleph. So these are the rules. I'm going to send them to you. Or a E, and a E is again the easiest. It always ends with a Yud. So any word in Hebrew that ends with the vowel E, we'll find a Yud. Let's say, how do you say me? Ani. Ani. So what letter comes in the end? Yud. Ani. Yud. B. Okay, inside of me or with me. Ani, li, for me. Many things that have to do with me will end with E. Sheli, mine. Ani, I. Okay? O will many times be his. Shelo. His, sheli, mine. Shela, hers. Feminine. Okay, but again, we're just here to learn how to read the Bible. In addition, I'm adding words. If you remember them, good. If not, let's hope they they sound familiar to you, okay? But I'm going to repeat them. Now let's practice this. Otiyot Ehevi. Hold the that? Yes. Okay. So here we have a verse. Okay, and again, I know the first part of the class is a bit tiring. I hate to do this to you, but there's no other way. We need to do this. We want to learn a language. So we have a verse that I really like. It's from the Song of Moses. You know the Song of Moses? The Song of Moses in Exodus. When Moses, right? When the people of Israel crossed the sea, right? Cross Yam Suf. Then Moses, or his real name Moshe, crosses Yam Suf and he sings, he praises God. And one of the verses, it's in Exodus 15, verse 2. Exodus 15, this is the verse, the whole verse. You can look it up later. Exodus 15, verse 2. You can write it in your notebook. I'll read first the English translation. The Lord is my strength and my song, and he has become my salvation. This is my God, and I will praise him. My father's God, and I will exalt him. So in Hebrew, we have, and you don't have to recognize all of the letters. And what I did is, I left the final letters for you, based on Ehevi. So the first one, you don't have to understand what it says here. It says Ozi. So which letter would come here? E. Yud. Ozi. I'm adding the Yud. This one just ends with a taf, not with a vowel, the Zimrat. And then Ya. One of the names of God is Ya. So if I finish with A, if I end with A, which letters can be there? Or Aleph or Hey, and here it's Hey. Ozi v'Zimrat Ya. Sorry, this is a very bad Hey. Don't learn from me how to write. Vayehi. Again, Vayehi. Which letter? Yud. Vayehi. Ozi. Vayehi. Yud. Li. For me. Vayehi li. Yeshua. Salvation is Yeshua. So what would come after Hey or Aleph, and here again it would be, as I said, most of the times it would be Hey. Oh, what a terrible Hey. Ya, Yeshua. You see the kamat? You can even not understand. It's okay if you don't read any of the letters. Just the nikud. Only the nikud. You see a chirik? What about here? Right. Eli. Vanve. Hu. Here I'm telling you it's U. U. Vav or Aleph, and here it would be Vav. Vanve. Vanve Hu. Elohei. A. Hey or Aleph. But here, it's actually, there's a reason for it to be Yud. We won't go into this. Elohei. Avi. Yud. Chirik. Avi. And you remember the letter Vet? Aleph. This word you should be able to read. Avi. Aleph. Vet. Yud. Avi. Va'aromemen hu. U. Vanvehu. Va'aromemen hu. Okay, this might be a bit difficult. Is it a bit difficult? No? Very difficult? Avi.
Yes.
Avi, you got it. You recognized. Remember Lamed? We learned Lamed. So what does it say here? Li. Yeah. Okay. The letter Lamed, La, Li. And you can read also this word. Vav, Yud, He, Yud. Va. Yehi, Vayehi li, Avi, Eli, you can actually read quite a lot from here. And if not, you will be able to. Okay?
Why do you need the yud when it's already in?
So that's the rule of a hefi. We always want to finish a word that finishes with a vowel with one of those 4 letters. Many times it helps us when we don't have the nikud. Okay, but this is part of how Hebrew developed. And immediately you'll be able to recognize them.
What letter is this?
Mazel?
What letter is this?
This?
Yeah.
It's a very bad noon.
Oh. Oh.
Okay? Yafe. Yafe? Good. Tov. Tov. Tov meod. Yafe meod. Okay, so we got the Song of Moses. And let's just repeat the letters that we learned up to now. This is very important. Did you listen to the song except for Grace that did and she knows it by heart already? With Leah? Ori, you know the Alef-Bet? You want to say the Alef-Bet? Alef-Bet. Yafe minute. Okay. So, Aleph. Now we need to remember how to write. Aleph. Remember? A. E, O, U, E. Aleph. Everybody needs to know how to write Aleph. I wake you up at night and say Aleph. You run fast and you write this. No hesitations. No hesitations. Bet. Ba, be, bi, bo, bu, b. Remember, it's like a small house. And now, with a tail, right? Bet. Now it's a vet because it's not stressed. And when I add a dot inside, it becomes b. Gimel. Okay? With the leg. And each of you, if you are in Israel and you already know to speak Hebrew, but you don't know how to write, we have ways to remember. So let's say this looks a bit like a camel. Don't ask me why. But in Hebrew, you say camel is gamal. And it starts with the ot gimel. But for you, it won't be helpful if I tell you it looks like a gamal. Because you need to know what a gamal is.
It looks like a giraffe.
Okay. So actually, yes, it's a great idea. Giraffe. G. Okay, so we have a giraffe. That's why you need to be creative. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult. You have to find ways. And in Hebrew, we say, Bayit is house. So we say, okay, Bet is like a little house. Bayit, Beit. Gimel. Daled. Okay. Hey. The letter Hey is very important. In the name of God, the holy name of God, it appears twice. Right? There's the Yud, and then Hey, and then Vav. Let's do Vav. Oops. Probably need to find a better solution. Maybe I'll bring a real board next time. Vav, and then another Hey. Vav. A, ba, ga, da, ha, va, e, be, ge, de, he, ve. I, bi, gi, di, hi, vi. U, bu, gu, du, hu, vu. You need to practice. Okay? You practice all of these. And then when you see them in the Bible, you say, a, e, I, u, immediately. A, ba. Gdi. Gadol. Last week, I know, there's a lot. 22 letters.
But I thought
Zayin.
it has to be more slanted.
No, it's actually straight,
Yeah, in the top.
and the top is also straight. They might have versions that slightly, many of the letters have very slight differences, and some of them might be written, like this. Okay? So it's okay. Sometimes they have little twists. But this is the basic form of the letter. But you'll know and you'll recognize it. Like people, we know how they are, they dress a bit differently. So the letters dress a bit differently every day. If it's a cold day or a hot day, they come out with a different, I would say, attire. That's it. But it's the same Zayin. We recognize him because we know him or her. I don't know. Is it, right? Maybe also that changes. So Zayin, and then we have Chet, like a table, Chet. I don't know how you can remember that Chet is like a table, if it helps you. Tet. Yud, you all know Yud, the tiny, sometimes it can come even as a dot. And then we have Kaf. This is Chaf, because it doesn't have a dot, or Kaf. And if it comes in the end of the word, then it's a Chaf Sofit, in the end of the word, and then Lamed. Whew. What do you say? Do you feel comfortable with these letters? Pretty much? We're doing express. Okay, but you think you can recognize them? If I show you, you'll know which letter is each. Alef-Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yud, Kaf, Lamed. Does anyone want to try saying them out loud? Aleph to Vav. Who wants to say the letters out loud? Daniel, you want to go ahead?
Alef-Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav.
Right. Go on.
Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yud, Kaf, Lamed.
Good. Anyone else? Next time, you're all going to talk. Even people who are watching us from afar. You'll send me on WhatsApp. Okay. This is a new one. So now I challenge you. Let's have a short test for yourself. I'm not checking this. Write the letter Aleph. We're not going to do all of them, okay? I'm just choosing a few. Okay, this is for you to practice. And then you see what you got wrong. Write.
You need something?
Oh, right.
I'll
right,
get it
right.
for you.
Is this mine? I'm not sure. Is this mine? Yeah.
Anyone else needs one?
Whoever's watching, please test yourself. This is Dani. Say hi. Manishma Dani.
Oh, that's one.
אתם רוצים ללכת הביתה? לפלייגראונד?
Evenings for the day.
If it's okay. It's raining? Okay, but maybe you can maybe like explore. There's places that I think there's many. Maybe you can find some snails. I think there are a lot of snails. Sometimes you go find snails, many snails. Okay, so after the letter Aleph, and test yourselves at home. It's very bad also not to come and also not to practice. It's very bad. I can't tell you how bad it is. Then write the letter Hey. Now let's try the letter Tet. And two more letters will do. Chaf Sofit. The letter Kaf when it comes in the end of a word. And remember we said we have 5 letters in Hebrew that when they come in the end of the word, they look a bit different. And up to now we learned only 1. Today we'll learn 3. That's how it is, it's the order. And next time we'll learn the 5th one. Okay, so Chaf Sofit and then Lamed. Okay. Okay, who can read this? Can you all read this? Yeah. Kol. All. A-L-L. All. Kol. V'Adonai berech et Avram bakol. God blessed Avraham with everything. Bakol. מה אמרת?
Wait, how is it?
Kol. So we have kaf, and then o, right? We have this, the punctuation, the nikud of o, that's a vav with a cholam and lamed. Kol. Because of, right, thanks to this guy, we know it's o. Okay? And if there's something you don't understand, it's okay. In the meantime, it's okay. Later, it won't be. Okay, let's do two more. Egos. A nut. Okay? You like eating nuts, then you like eating one egos, or remember when we have plural, we just add yud and mem and the end, and the egozim. Egozim. Yeled, yeladim, egos, egozim. Okay. And let's do one more. Okay, last one. Tov. Okay? Tov. Tov. And if I would put the dot, what it would be? Tov. No such a word doesn't exist, but
Sounds Friday.
Tov. Okay? Abba kol egos tov. Tov.
So the O is mostly like this, yeah?
Yes, it would be mainly with a vav and the dot on top. Oh. And by the way, what happens if I do this? Right. Okay, did you get it? If I put the dot not on top but in the belly and you do oo, he's eating it, the vav, then it's tuv. That's actually a biblical word. Both are biblical words. Tuv, like the goodness. Okay, there's good, tov, and goodness. Tuv, ma rav tuvcha, your goodness. God, your goodness is so great. Ma rav tuvcha, asher tzafanta li'irecha. Okay, we have many. I love this. We have the Bible. The Bible is, we just need to sit every day and learn all day the Bible. That's what we need to do. After we learn this, we learn Alef-Bet, and that's what we'll do. We'll wake up in the morning. We'll meet at 7 until 7. That's what we need to do. That's serious. Okay, now test yourselves. How do you say in Hebrew, Eve, right? We have Adam and Eve. So how do you call Eve in Hebrew? Chava. It's okay if you don't remember, but I want you to remember. How do you say Abraham? Avraham. With a vet. Not with a bet, with a vet. Avraham. How do you say Isaac? Yitzchak. Yitzchak. How do you say Jacob? Yaakov. And there is someone here know the 5 books of Moshe? Bereshit is Genesis. Shmot is Exodus. Vayikra. What is how is it called in Hebrew? Or in English, I always forget. Leviticus. Vayikra, because the first, it opens with the word Vayikra. Bamidbar is in the desert. It's because when Israel are wandering in the desert, and that's Numbers, right?
Numbers.
Okay, and then Deuteronomy is Devarim. They both start with the letter Dalet. Deuteronomy and Devarim. They start with the letter Dalet. Okay, Devarim and Deuteronomy. How do you say good? Tov. How do you say and he said? Vayomer. Vayomer. How do you say and? Ve. Just the letter Vav. And he said, Vayomer. How do you say from? One letter. Me. Me. Where do you come from? I come from Me, Singapore. I don't, but you do. Me, Singapore. Me, Israel. And where do you go to? Is one letter. Le. To Le. I'm traveling Le, Singapore. Le, Yerushalayim. Do you have enough koach, enough strength for the 5 letters of today? I feel like it's a lot, but let's do it, okay? If we won't do it, then when will we? This is our opportunity. Who knows when someone will come from Israel to teach Hebrew? I don't know. Maybe one day. I won't be here forever. Not in the world and not in Singapore. Who knows? Maybe in a year. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe 2, maybe 3. I don't know. Let's see what's gonna be. I need to decide. Maybe you'll help me decide. Okay. So today we have 5 letters. But the thing is, it's not. I'm tricking you. It's not really 5. It is 5, but they have versions like Bet and Vet and Kaf and Chaf and Chaf Sofit. So that's why I chose 5 and not 6 today, because this can be a lot. Okay, so the first letter after Lamed, we have Alef-Bet, Gimel, Daled, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yud, Kaf, Lamed. And now we have Mem, one of my favorite letters because my name and my last name start in Mem. Mordy Mile, right? Okay, so Mem, and what else starts with Mem? We have here on the water. Water is Maim. Maim is Mem, Yud, Mem. Maim, water. Maim, and it says also in the first chapter of Bereshit that God created the water, and the water, right? Mitachat lashamayim, that's beneath the heaven. Maim. Okay, so that's also a very biblical word. Maim. And it starts with Mem. So it also can come in different versions, but this would be the basic one, Mem. Mem, and Mem also has a Mem Sofit that's so easy, it's just a square. A square. So my squares aren't great, and actually when you say the letter Mem, you already have in the word Mem, you have Mem and Mem Sofit. Mem, Mem, Mem and Mem Sofit. Okay? And Mayim. Mayim is a regular Mem, Yud, and then Mem Sofit. Because it's another Mem, but it comes in the end of the word, so it's closed. It's Mem Sofit. Mayim. Mem and Mem Sofit, we got it? We're okay? Okay. Let's go. We can do it. Nun. Remember Kaf? So it's just a shorter one on top. Nun, and Nun also has a Nun Sofit. Very similar to Chaf Sofit. It's this long stick. It's like a cane, right? People have a cane. It's like a cane. You see a cane, if it has a long top, or a long roof, or a short roof. The short roof is a Nun Sofit. Nun Sofit. comes in the end of the letter. Nun Sofit. Samech, very easy, is a circle. So we see a circle, looks like a zero, a circle. Samech. And we have many examples from the Bible. Let's say the Mount Sinai. Sinai. Sinai starts with a Samech. What else? So many examples. Yam Suf. You heard of Yam Suf, the sea, the Red Sea? Yam Suf. When Israel crossed the sea, it's Yam Suf. It starts with a Samech. Or grandpa and grandma start with a Samech too. Saba and Safta. Abba, Ima, father and mother, and Saba and Safta, grandfather and grandmother. Ain. And now I can just write the letters, but again, every week I send them to you, so please look at them and practice, because I have the sheet of practice, and if you don't do it, we can do it together here, but it's just going to take time. I feel like I want this. These are things you can do on your own. And they do it much nicer than I do in the sheets I give you, because they do it accurate. But it's also good to see how people actually write. Okay. Mem, Nun, Samech, Ayin, and we have one last letter to go, and then we'll take a break, and you eat cookies and drink, and then we just meet together. So we have Pei, and Pei comes with a dot or without a dot. Pei or Fei, so it would be a P or a F. So with the dot, it would be a P, Pei. For example, an elephant, you say in Hebrew, Pil. So it starts with a Pei, Pil, or without, and then it would be an F. If you like philosophia, philosophy, so you write philosophia with Fei, okay? And we have also a Pei Sofit. You start a Pei, and again, like the Chaf Sofit, you just continue, okay? The leg continues. So it starts like the regular Pei, and then continues just like the Chaf behaves. Right? We have the Chaf, and then when it's a Chaf Sofit, it just goes down. So we have the Pei, and then when it's a Pei Sofit, it goes down. Okay? Pei, Pei Sofit, Chaf, Chaf Sofit, Mem, Nun, Samech, Ayin, Pei. 5 letters for today. Okay? I suggest we take a short break for a few minutes. And I'm also here for questions at this time. And then in 5 minutes, we'll continue and we'll learn the book of Yonah. Okay? I'm very excited because I love the book of Yonah. One of my favorites. Okay, בסדר. תודה. תודה is thank you. תודה רבה. תודה רבה. תודה רבה. א', ב', ג', ד', ה', ו', Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yud, Kaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samech, Ayin, Pei. Good. Ayin, by the way, also has a meaning in Hebrew. It's not only a name of a letter, it's I. Ayin, right? It says in the Bible, I under I. How do you say it?
Eye for an
eye. Eye for an eye. Thank you. Eye for an eye. Ayin tachat ayin. It says eye for an eye. Ayin tachat ayin. Ayin. Toda rabah. This part.